boy stops there to gaze out over the nodding wheat, eyes unsquinted despite the sun, and blue as tinted lenses. Then he brings 3 fingers to his lips in a neat triangle and whistles long and low, sloping up sharp to cut off at the peak. A moment passes. He whistles again. And then we see it. Way out there at the far corner of the field, the ripple, the dashing furrow, the blur of the streaking dog, white chest, flashing feet. And now they're down by the river. The water is brown with angry suppurations, spiked with branches, fence posts, tires, and logs. The water rushes like the sides of boxcars and chews deep and insidious at the bark under Timmy's feet. The roar is like a jetport. Little wonder he can't hear the dog's warning bark. We watch the crack appear, widen to a ditch, then the halves separating, snatch of red earth, writhe of worm, the poise and pitch, and Timmy crashing down with it, just a flash, but already he's way downstream, his head like a plastic jug, dashed and bobbed, spinning toward the nasty mouth of the falls. But there's the dog, fast as a struck match, bursting along the bank, all white and gold, melded in motion, hair sleek with the wind of it, legs beating time to the panting score of the soundtrack. Yet what can she hope to do? The current surges on, lengths ahead, a sure bet to win the race to the falls. Timmy sweeps closer, the falls loud now as 100 timpani, the war drums of the Sioux, Africa gone bloodlust mad. The dog strains, lashing over the wet earth like a whip crack, strains every last ganglion and dendrite, until finally she draws abreast of him. Then she's in the air, the foaming yellow water, her paws churning like pistons, whiskers chuffing with the exertion. Oh, the roar! And there, she's got him. Her sure jaws clamping down on the shirt collar, her eyes fixed on the slip of rock at the fall's edge. Our blood races, organs palpitate, the black brink of the falls, the white paws digging at the rock, and then they're safe. The collie sniffs at Timmy's inert little form, nudges his side until she manages to roll him over. Then she clears his tongue and begins mouth to mouth. Night. The barnyard still, a bulb burning over the screen door. Inside, the family sits at dinner. The table heaped with pork chops, mashed potatoes, applesauce, and peas. A pitcher of clean white milk. Home-baked bread. Mom, Dad, their faces sexless, bland, perpetually good-humored and sympathetic, poised stiff-backed, forks in mid-swoop, while Timmy tells his story. So then, Lassie grabbed me by the collar, and golly, I must have blanked out, because I don't remember anything more till I woke up on the rock. Well, I'll be, says Mom. You're lucky you've got a good dog, son, said Dad, gazing down at the collie, where she lies patiently, snout over paw, tail whopping the floor. She is combed and washed and fluffed, her lashes mascara, her chest and paws white as dish soap. She looks up humbly. Then her ears leap, her neck jerks round, and she's up at the door, head cocked, alert. A high, yipping yowl, like a stuttering fire whistle, shudders through the room, and then another. The dog whines. Darn, says Dad. I thought we were rid of those coyotes. Next thing, they'll be after the chickens again. The moon blanches the yard. leans black shadows on the trees, on the barn. Upstairs in the house, Timmy lies sleeping in the pale light, his hair fastidiously mussed, his breathing gentle. The collie lies on the throw rug beside the bed. We see that her eyes are open. Suddenly she rises and slips to the window, silent as a shadow, and looks down the long, elegant snout of hers to the barnyard below, where the coyote slinks from shade to shade, a limp bullet dangling from his jaws. He is stunted, scabious, syphilitic. His forepaw trap-twisted, his eyes running. The collie whimpers softly from behind the window, and the coyote stops in mid-trot, frozen in a cold shard of light, ears high on his head, then drops the chicken at his feet, leers up at the window, and begins a soft, crooning, sad-faced song. The screen door slaps behind Timmy as he bolts from the house, Lassie at his heels. Mom's head emerges on the rebound. Timmy! He stops as if jerked by a rope, turns to face her. You be home before lunch, dear. Hear me? Sure, Mom, he says, already spinning off, the dog by his side. We get a close-up of Mom's face. She is smiling a benevolent boys will be boys smile. Her teeth are perfect. In the woods, Timmy steps on a rattler, and the dog bites its head off. Gosh, he says, good girl, Lassie. Then he stumbles and slips over an embankment, rolls down the brushy incline, and over a sudden precipice, whirling out into the breathtaking blue space like a skydiver. He thumps down on a narrow ledge 20 feet below, and immediately scrambles to his feet, peering timorously down the sheer wall to the heap of bleached bone at its base. Small stones break loose, shoot out like asteroids. Dirt slides begin. But Lassie yarps reassuringly from above, sprints back to the barn for a winch and cable, and holds the boy to safety. On their way back for lunch, Timmy leads them through a still and leaf-darkened copse.